Hello, and welcome back to the Home Reiki Meditation channel. My name is Sir Manartha, and this week we will be talking about the Reiki meaning of chakras. Well, not necessarily Reiki meaning, but the continuing on of chakras and what they mean, where they're located at in the body. Continuing on, the seven centers of the body, the first chakra is the root chakra, which is below the navel. So it would be below the belly button, between the belly button and the groin. That is your, actually, a lower, at the groin area would be your root chakra. The second chakra is the navel chakra, which is also called the sacral, and solar plexus is the upper area. The sacral is underneath the belly button. The third chakra, the solar plexus, is positioned just above the belly button and just below the rib cage. Now, the fourth chakra is the heart chakra. It is the heart. Uh, well, sorry, I'm reading my notes here and it's kind of screwed up. The fourth chakra is the heart chakra, which is the chakra centering at the heart. The fifth chakra is the throat chakra, and the sixth chakra is the forehead chakra, also known as the third eye. Now, the seventh chakra is the crown chakra, positioned at the top of the head, so that would be up here. This is your crown area. Now, chakra balancing healing. To learn about chakra balancing healing, what chakras are and how they affect your health, what blocks them, how to assess them, and learn about the seven power centers. Now, what are chakras? Chakras are entry gates of the aurora. Within the physical body resides a body double, a spiritual body that contains the chakras. The word chakra in Sanskrit translates to wheel or disc, meaning the chakra spins. Now, when the chakra is in full spin, that's when your body is in health and alignment, but it gets stagnant, cluttered with energy, and has to be cleared and healed. They are centers of activity that receives, assimilate, and expresses life force energy. They are responsible for the person's physical, mental, and spiritual functions. They absorb and transmit energies to and from the universe, nature, celestial entities, even people from things. So basically, everything you're absorbing, whether it's psychic, energetic, material, everything is flowing through the chakra. According to traditional writings, there are 88,000 chakras in the human body, covering basically every area of the body. The majority of them are small and insignificant, and 40 of them have significant functions, and they are in the hands, fingertips, and shoulders. The most significant ones are the seven main chakras located along the central line of the body from the base of the spine to the top of the head. They are located in the ethereal body and they express the embodiment of spiritual energy on the physical plane. Now, how chakras affect us. The chakras are constantly rotating and vibrating. The activities in them influence our body shape, glandular process, chronic physical ailments, thoughts, and behaviors. When one or more of the chakra is blocked and the energy does not flow harmoniously through them, or is wide open, it will result in imbalance that is manifested in all areas of life. Each chakra is expressed on the physical body in one of the endocrine glands that regulate physical and emotional processes in the body. The imbalance in the chakra will also be expressed in the endocrine gland linked to it. So, kind of like, glands associated with that area can be affected, like heart chakra can affect heart ailments. Solar, sacral, and root chakras affect the stomach and groin areas. How can we assess the chakras? You can do a chakra assessment using your hands. So basically, for your hands, you would hover over an area, especially if you're attuned. You're going to feel the energy flowing. You're going to feel whether it's blocked or stagnant. You can also use a pendulum which is called dowsing. Now, a pendulum is something that you would hold over the area and it would swing in a clockwise or counterclockwise direction to indicate the level of blockage. Place the pendulum over each chakra and ask your pendulum for its direction, size, and speed. Construct your own use of a chakra chart or determine which chakra to work on if it is balanced, under, or over energized. Now, in the same manner, you can determine if or what stones or colors may be needed. Go through each of the chakras and make sure that you construct your questions in a way that can always be answered with yes or no. So, for example, if you're holding it over your throat, you have to have the person laying down, or you yourself can be working on yourself. You lay down, hold it, and say, "Is my throat chakra blocked?" Uh, Now let's see. In the same manner, you can determine if or what stones or colors may be needed. Go through each of the chakras and make sure that you construct your questions in a way that can always be answered with a yes or no. So, for example, each chakra has a color code: red for root, and so on and so forth. So, you would want to either have a color stone for that chakra, or you can even wear a colored outfit representing that chakra. Also, you can eat or drink food and liquids that are associated with that color. Let's see, it's not necessary to do the assessment over the client's body, but it can be done over the palm as well. The first chakra can be assessed over the wrist, the second at the thumb, and the third over the middle finger, the fourth over a small finger, and the fifth over the index finger, the sixth over the ring finger, and finally the seventh chakra over the palm. Now, chakra balancing, healing, and how can we balance and heal the chakras? We can influence our chakras, our health, and our lives by using different techniques such as healing, using Reiki, color therapy, which I kind of touched on with wearing the shirts or having colored items, yoga, EMF or EFT, emotional freedom technique, musical composition incorporating potent brain waves and chakra harmonics, conscious breathing, physical exercises, meditation, guided visualization, positive thinking, affirmations, balancing, using your hands, and a pendulum, crystals, and gemstones, aromatherapy. For other for other chakra balancing healing strategies, I'm sure as you explore further into this, you'll come up with some ideas on your own. There's also a new exciting breakthrough technique that you can use to attune, balance your chakras so they work at their optimum to create a more holistic being. To find out more, that was going into an advertisement. If we can concentrate on balancing the chakras, it will lead not only in balancing the chakra itself, but the physical, emotional, and spiritual imbalances caused by their deficient functioning. And then there's different types there's earth chakras. Learn about the 7 major chakras of the earth, because you can do planetary, galactic healing. About the 7 power centers. According to the Eastern understanding, the universal life force, which is Kai, or Chi if you prefer, flows through the top of the head and down the chakras, nurturing our bodies with 7 distinct kinds of energy, each essential to our physical and spiritual development, and it flows upward through the chakras, communicating individual insight and a conscious sense of universal interconnectedness. We can think of chakras as a floppy disk that contains vital programming or programs. They contain programmed subroutines that shape our behavior, and we all function by sets of programs which may or may not be conscious. In this analogy, the body is the hardware, our programming is the software, and the self is the user. We did not write all these programs, and some of their language is very archaic. The challenge before us is to identify our programs and rewrite them all while continuing to live our lives. And this is the task of healing. So it's never a one-shot thing. This is a lifelong process as long as you practice it. And even if you don't practice it, it's always going to be occurring, flowing, receiving, sending throughout the body. Now, the chakra system can be used as a tool to fight viruses, debug and reprogram our lives. In order to run any of our programs, we have to activate our energy currents, which is bipolar as mentioned above. Earth-centered, which we connect through our bodies, called grounding, comes from the solid contact we make with the earth through feet and legs, which provides connections that make us feel safe, alive, centered in ourselves, and rooted in environment. And the pole of consciousness, which is experienced through our minds, and this and our inner understanding, our memory, our dreams and beliefs, we have a dynamic energy flow throughout our entire being, which is connected to our body. So it's all connected. Everything is flowing through us. And in grounding, we're centered, anchoring ourselves to the earth to stay grounded and stable. Let's see. We can plug into this system just as we plug into our stereo. The chakras then become like stations, receiving and broadcasting at different frequencies. Now, the 7 vortices of the chakras are created by the combination of these two active principles, consciousness and matter. Now, consciousness enters through the crown chakra and flows downward through the body, then upward from earth to ethereal consciousness. So it's kind of like everything is going down, filtering into us, through us and around us, and we are sending it back out. Let's see. In order to be a whole human being, needs balance between the downward flow and the upward flow of energy, and blockages in any of the chakras affect the flow of the currents. Now, what blocks a chakra? Childhood trauma, cultural conditioning, limiting belief systems, bad habits, physical and emotional injuries, or even just a lack of attention, which can all contribute to chakra blockage. Now, you have to think of it, the way I think of it is for our physical bodies, if we don't take showers or bath, we're going to accumulate dust and dirt and collected filth, and pretty soon we're going to look grimy, we're going to smell. So with this kind of like in a psychic sense or chakras, as we go around, we're accumulating all this and it's building up and becoming stagnant and affecting us physically, mentally, and emotionally, and spiritually. Now, difficulties can abound in life. For each one, we develop a coping strategy. If these difficulties persist, these coping strategies become chronic patterns anchored in the body and psyche as defense structures. Now, it is important to recognize the blocks we carry, find and understand their source and meaning, and develop tools to help heal them. Now, to learn more about individual main chakras characteristics, balances and imbalances, what makes them excessive and deficient, about healing strategies. Now, the balance system, it is possible to be relatively balanced through the chakras without being an enlightened master. In people who have done a lot of their own healing work or are very lucky and the upbringing may be relatively balanced. Now, what would this look like? This person would be well grounded and in touch with their body, in good health and vitality, aware of their feelings without being ruled by them, sexually content without being driven. In other words, you're in control of your thoughts, your desires, your impulses, and you're not letting external things control your desires and passions. With balanced third chakra, they would have confidence and confidence without dominating others. The heart would be compassionate and loving, yet centered and peaceful. Could communicate feelings or ideas with truth and clarity and be able to listen to others. Now, that's an important thing. That took me a long time to learn because I realized a lot of people listen, they don't listen to understand, they listen to give feedback. They listen to reply. Let's see. And their upper chakra would bring imagination, wisdom, and a personal connection with spirit. Now, this is an ideal that we all hope to strive for. We all have the means to achieve. Only it takes time, patience, and dedication. And the work depends entirely on the person's structure and the practitioner's style. The main thing to remember is that body, soul, mind, and spirit together with 7 chakras are one invisible whole. So hopefully you've enjoyed and learned a little bit more about chakra, grounding, and balancing, what the meaning of them in the centers of our body. And there's more than 7 chakras, but I just touched on the main ones. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if you have an interest in learning more about healing, more about Reiki, or more about chakras in general, please feel free to reach out to me at sermonartha@gmail.com. Please be sure to share, like, comment, subscribe this video, and hit the notification bell to be updated on all my videos as they come out. Our next video will be continuing on the usage of crystals as we go through this series. So with that, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for listening and watching, and keep healing.